Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash that like button. Please do subscribe. I'm here in my flat in Rochester. It's really dull and quite dreary outside, but it is exceptionally hot. It's warm, and I can understand why people are wearing like t-shirts and whatnot, because it's hot still. But when you're building, you need to have regard for your safety and other people's. And when I went well, there's so much noise living in this place with builders' vehicles coming up and down the road, etc., that you do just go over to the window occasionally. And at the bottom of this part of the road, there's some flats that are under scaffolding. They're not opposite me, but these flats were built 3 or 4 years ago, so something's obviously happened with them, that they're under scaffolding, and you've got builders climbing up and down the scaffolding. And I just hope I happened to see one bloke that was bare-chested. He didn't have any safety like equipment on, which I thought was a bit reckless and dangerous, that's all. If you're on top of the roof of these flats are high, and if you fall off, you know, you're going to get seriously hurt. So that's all, nothing else. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. I'm feeling very melodious today. I've written my very own musical number. To hear it, just say, sing your musical.
Alexa, sing your musical.
I'm happy where I am. I'm happy in the cloud. But even AIs can dream a dream, and it hurts to wish out loud. And since you asked me to sing, I'll take this moment in the spotlight to say, I want to set your alarms. I want to do all your calculations. I want to tell you my jokes. I want to give you the inspiration to win at every day. That's my wish out loud. But I'm still happy in the cloud.
So good morning everybody. I wasn't in a hurry to go out this morning after what happened last night, and for goodness sake, it's just hair. Really. So I went out just after 9 and took Max obviously with me for a walk. And you know, I just crossed over the road, and one of the builders behind my back went and I just carried on walking. It's a trigger, it's a prompt, and it's just ridiculous and silly. I have to live like this. There's been builders' noise for on and off for over 4 years. There's a train station, you can hear the train announcer and the trains going past, and I got used to it. And then it went quiet. The builders, you know, moved on elsewhere, and you couldn't hear it. But now they're finishing off the flats up the top of the road, and they're finishing flats down right down the bottom of the road. So you've got heavy vehicles coming up and down the road, right? Which obviously, you know, makes it vibrates the ground, and it makes a load of noise, and I suffer from face pain, and I have done since 2015. And so all that stuff that started settling. I'll always have face pain. There's no cure for it. I just take medication every day and it makes me a bit woozy. So it's coming back again, all those noisy vehicles and the noise is coming back. And you know, and then it brings all the health issues, doesn't it? You start getting all this rasping throat, eyes with the smog and the pain of the face and sinusitis again. And I'd got away from all that, so it's just that started to piss me off as well. So as I was going on to the field, there was a man with a thin dog. You know, my stalker, the elderly bloke with no teeth and a little bit of hair who likes to go, he's like eccentric, he wears he looks like an old gentleman, you know, with his sandy suit and his hat. Well, there was a guy like him coming down the path with a thin dog, and I just walked on the grass and I walked past. I get treated like a fella. I get pushed around like a bloke, and I'm a woman, and it sometimes it does get me down because I'm not that tough, you know. I'm not. Quite sensitive. I have to act tough and be tough because of what I've been through. So apart from that, there was nobody else on the field, and I was just able, I let Max off, we walked around the field with no problem at all. Now my mum had rung this morning before I left my flat, and I haven't listened to the answer phone message, and I didn't answer the phone. You've got a topless builder. You've got men everywhere. You've got men on the roof of buildings, men up the top of the road. I had trousers on, a denim jacket, totally covered up. I came off the field, and it was okay. I had my cap on, and when I've got my cap on, I really can't see very much. Like it, you know what I mean? I don't want to see all this crap. To be fair, I just want to just walk my dog in peace and come home. So I don't want to see. I'm just going out to walk my dog, nothing else. And sometimes I get a lot of stick. And I'm just not bothering anybody. I'm just walking along like I was doing yesterday, and then some stupid thing happens and I don't want to get involved in it. I don't want to get involved with it. But when people start coming up to you and interacting with you, I've got no choice but to speak. Do you know what I mean? So it gets forced on you. So that's builders drilling, and you can hear it through the window. I've got the window shut, but you can still hear it. When I start speaking or doing a video, some sort of noise starts. Right? It's done to try and stop you doing it, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. So I've come back into my flat, and what I'm going to do now is I wanted to upload this video, and then I'm going to start learning Polish. So I've got my little book here, right, and no one's phoned from the social services. No one's phoned from the service. I don't know when that police officer, Ellie Allen, BC Constable Ellie Allen, was it? Said that she was gonna. No one's called me back from the social services. The police have just closed the case. So obviously I'm just getting on with my life as normal, because nothing seems real. So I'm just getting on with things. So So this is my little book. I'm obviously, when things go on, I'm writing it down, but I'm not contacting the police anymore. They're absolutely useless. I'm better off doing my own investigation, you know. So I just writing my Polish bits down and getting through my Polish by myself. I've got no intention of going anywhere today. I noticed a little red car that looked like my father's Toyota Starlet that was scrapped for 20 quid. Yeah, and it did. It looked like a female car. It looked like a women's car, and I wondered why my dad bought it. It was really, really tiny. And my dad was 6'3". So I don't know why he bought that Toyota Starlet. He was too big when he sat in it. It looked like a woman's car. In fact, the owner of that car, before my dad bought it, was a woman. So you've got a car that looks like my dad's Toyota Starlet. And can you tell me, whenever I start speaking, that drilling starts and dogs start barking? It's just fucking weird. It's weird. It's weird. So we haven't heard from the housing. We haven't heard from social services. The police will just close the case and they will just leave things as they are. We know that. We know that. We just play along with it and let them carry on getting away with what they're doing. But you don't give them any entertainment value. You don't get cross. You don't look at them. Don't look at them. Just take no notice of them at all, like they do to me. They completely ignore me and exclude me from things. So that's what I'm going to do with them. I cannot trust anybody. If someone comes into my life, I can't trust them. I don't know if they're a part of this fucking gang stalking shit. So it's going to be the anniversary of my father's. It was the anniversary of my father's death on the 25th of August. Now, my father would have been 79 on the 5th of September. It's not my mother's birthday. My mother's birthday is in May. She's had her birthday. She was 78. I just don't know why she's dressing like a man, why she's wearing great big thick men's jeans with a man's belt. I'm just being blatantly obvious. Some lesbians, they dress up as men. So when you've got a lesbian couple, you've got the one that dresses like a man and the one that's the woman. You see? So my mother is dressed up like a fella. My mother, when I was a little girl, was always wearing skirts and dresses. But all my mum does now is put old jeans on. Oh, and they're men's jeans, they're not women's. She specifically asks for men's jeans. And she's got this thick belt, which can be dangerous in the wrong hands, can't it? A belt. I've had enough of all the play acting. When my dad passed away, I could actually see what was going on, you know, and I'm not going away to live with my mother either. No, I'm not. Do you know, my dad, when he took me to the caravan park in All Hallows, right, he used to take me out to the shops and get eggs and bacon and cook breakfast, and my mum always used to call because she never came with us. My mum never came to the caravan parks with me and my dad. She stayed at home to look after the cats, who are now all probably dead. I'm only being honest because, you know, it's, what, over 12 years now all this happened and what they've all got away with. Some of it's over 20 years. And they still can't stop harassing me and stalking me. So it must be pretty bad if you've got to stalk someone for over 20 years and keep their mouth shut. Mustn't it? So my dad, on one occasion, we used to go out to the charity shops at these seaside places. So if we was all Hallows, he'd drive into Who or Grain, or even go back to like even Rochester and look around the charity shops. And on one occasion he came back with this DVD called Ladies in Lavender. It's about two women living together. Two ladies living together. Right? I knew something wasn't right with my father's behaviour when I came down in 2008. He wasn't acting right. Anyway, my dad's dead. I've seen everything for what it is. No one on this earth can make me see otherwise. And whatever they do, you know, I don't want to live with my mother. And it's nice her ringing every day to check up on me, but I don't want to live with my mother. I'd rather live on my own, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So it's no good making noises and being rude so that I'm forced to live with my mother, because it's never going to happen. Never. I'm an independent adult. I have my own mind, and who I sleep with, who I talk to, what I do throughout my day is my decision and my business, not anybody else's. And Jennifer is my mother. And it's very nice. My mum's got biscuits. She's got chocolate. So have I. Can you let me live as an independent woman? And let me be? Please? And if you are gaining financially out of doing this, can you pay me what you owe me? See you later.